we
Never seen it? Can I bring you closer? Let me show you this one over here.
No, thank you.
You don't want to come closer?
No, we see.
You see?
Fine.
You want to keep a distance?
Yeah.
This is the egg industry, what you just witnessed.
Egg industry?
Yes, they were newborn baby males. They've just hatched, and they are killed on their first day of birth.
Well, I guess the downside of it is like, I mean, it sucks to see, I guess, kind of see it because, you know, they don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes you think, is there a better way, I guess, for them to do it?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, if there's not a better, I mean, I don't know.
What would be the better way from your perspective? What would make you feel comfortable about slitting an animal's throat?
I mean, I don't know. It's just whatever works for everybody, whatever's the best solution.
What do you think would work for the animals?
Well, what, they're trying to get the meat from them. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just,
but they're good questions to ask ourselves as consumers. And we have to ask ourselves as consumers because we are the ones directly paying for this to happen. So if we don't ask those questions and think about it, this violence will never stop. Now, from the victim's position, from the animals, they would say, well, the better way to do it is not to do it, to let me live my life, and surely you can eat something else. All right.
We are carnivores.
You're carnivores,
Well,
yeah?
we're sorry.
Do you live in the jungle with lions?
Yeah.
You do?
I'm a lion.
You're a
Myself.
lion. You look like a lion.
Yeah,
Can you get? Can you do that? Show me your canines. Where are your canines?
I got.
I think mine are bigger than yours, and I don't eat meat.
You don't eat meat?
No. The reaction that you had to that was very strong, and I think if there was nothing wrong with what we do to animals, then we wouldn't react like that when we see it. So I think it says a lot. How do you feel after watching it for a little while?
Disgusted.
Disgusted? Yeah. Do you eat animals?
Yeah.
I had a companion animal, a dog at home that I loved. My family loved this dog. She sat on the couch with us watching television. She went everywhere with us. I wouldn't hurt this dog. I wouldn't eat her flesh. I wouldn't drink her milk. I wouldn't exploit her body. So why would I do it to any other animal? It doesn't make sense.
I would say like what you have here, I guess to kind of display it, is the best I've seen. Because sometimes you see like what vegans they would do like on social media, like they don't do it in an effective way. So you would have to do I like the way you have it set up here.
Yeah, and you know, it's different strokes for different folks. So there are different things that you may have seen that didn't appeal to you, but they know what they did. They planted a seed. You knew about veganism, knew that there was something else out there. And for some other people, those other ways are going to be like, bang, the thing that really gets them. So as a movement, we do it all. What we're trying to do is show consumers the truth and encourage people to think about what they're doing and hopefully choose differently. Choose something that aligns with what you really want in this world. Do we want violence or do we want peace? Do we want to live cohesively with our fellow earthlings, or do we want to slit their throats and chop their heads off? Because when I asked you what's a better way to do it, you couldn't tell me. No one ever has a better way of doing it. And again, for the animal victims, there's no better way of doing it. They just want to say, hey, leave us alone, eat the plants. Simple as that. The videos that we're showing today, you've never seen them before, right? Do you know what they're about?
No. The truth?
Yeah. That's very good. You can read the sign. So we have someone that can read and someone that's a lion. Fantastic.
It also makes a question though, that is horrific, like killing that chick on the first day, but what's the difference between killing it on the first day rather than opposed to the end of its life?
No difference at all. Killing is killing. You're right. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah. Could you see yourself working in a slaughterhouse? Right. Would you encourage your kids to work in a slaughterhouse and do this job?
Not that.
Right. We take our kids apple picking. We don't take them to see throats being slit for a very good reason. How does it make you feel when you see some of these videos? We're looking at little rabbits over there. Pardon? It makes you hungry? Does it? Well, you still want to eat them when you watch these videos?
Yeah? Of course.
Okay, why? What makes you hungry when you see them?
Because it's the nature. It's
what is
like
the nature?
Things are done.
Yeah.
We are all animals.
Yeah, we are all animals. Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
There's an animal chain.
Yeah.
And this is how it works.
Do you know that this is happening in a factory to billions of animals, and we're the only animals on the planet that breed other animals, so we force them to be pregnant to breed them.
Yeah, because we are the smartest animal.
We're the smartest?
Yeah.
Why are we the smartest?
Why are we the smartest?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know why you're so
not
smart?
God. I'm not
God decided.
But you just said you're the smartest animal, but you can't tell me why you're the smartest animal.
Because it's not because you're the smartest animal that you can answer to every question.
But you can't even tell me why you're smart.
Why I'm smart? Because
You're smart too, huh?
I am.
You're in.
I'm in the smart
Yeah,
group.
you're the
I'm in the
smart
smart group
group
with the
too.
lion and the person that can read. Excellent.
Forget the line, but you're the smart group too.
That's the baby pig.
They're the baby pigs that are dead. They kill them. Yeah?
I'm really sorry for them.
Yeah. I'm sorry for them too, and that's why I stopped eating them. Do you know the word vegan?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm vegan.
Do you eat vegan chocolate?
I eat vegan chocolate. Yeah, I eat vegan meat, vegan ice cream, vegan cheese. I eat all the things that don't hurt animals. Yeah?
Question.
Yes.
If the animals were killed in another way, like if we don't cut their throat
Yeah.
or something else,
Yeah.
would you eat them?
Well, how would you kill them?
I don't know, but we have to. I mean,
How would you kill them if you don't stab them in the throat?
Stab in the throat is not painful.
It's not painful? Would it be okay if I stabbed you in the throat?
Like if it's
would you be okay to stab me in the throat?
I wouldn't want to stab you in the throat. Why would I need to stab
Let's
you?
go. Let's do this.
I said I didn't want to.
You don't
Sorry?
want to.
What if you change the way you slaughter them?
How do you slaughter them in a way that would make you feel okay with it? As a consumer, how do we slit someone's throat in a better way? Yeah, no one ever has a good answer for that because there isn't one. Would you consider, after this conversation and seeing what you've seen, would you consider not eating animals?
I would tell you this. I will definitely learn more about it.
Yeah,
I can tell you that.
that's great.
Just to because knowledge is it's always good to know.
That's the thing. I never knew.
If it causes death instantly, that's not painful, right?
How is it not painful though in that moment? But I'm asking you, what is the best way to kill them? How do we kill them non-painfully?
I mean, I don't know, but
The reason you don't know is because it doesn't exist. There's no answer to it. So when
I'm not sure it doesn't exist.
Pardon?
I'm not sure it doesn't exist.
Well, can you tell me how can we kill them
I
in a
can't tell you
non-painful
because
way?
I don't know everything. But
I thought you were the smartest person. We're the smartest species, aren't we? That's why I'm vegan. Do you have a companion animal, a cat or a dog in your life? A cat, okay. So how would slitting your cat's throat in a really good way look to you?
It wouldn't.
Exactly. Yeah. When we change the victim, we change the animal. We see that it doesn't apply.
Right. Yeah. They're out
Yeah.
of sight, out of mind.
Sorry, there.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. And that's why we're here today, showing people, because as consumers, we don't know this. I never knew this for 30 years. I ate animals. I loved the taste. I thought there was nothing wrong with it because I hadn't seen the truth behind what I was paying for. So, when we eat animals, we have to slit their throat. We have to let the blood drain out. Now, even if they didn't feel that, even if it was non-painful, which it is, because you can see if you watch the footage, they're trying to get out. They don't want it to happen to them. Even if they didn't feel anything, would that make it okay to do that if they didn't want to die and we didn't need to kill them?
Nobody wants to die, but everybody die one day.
True, but they're not dying, they're being murdered. So you're going to die one day, but if someone came and stabbed you in the throat right now, that would be murder. That would be
we can
something
be
that you
sure
don't
of that.
want.
We can be sure of that. I'm not dying. I will not die from.
What? There's a difference between dying and being killed. There's a difference between dying naturally and being murdered.
Yeah,
And what we do to these animals is we murder them. They don't just
Next
die
time you're
naturally.
The problem with vegans is their way of showing themselves.
Yeah.
I see them as aggressive
Yeah.
religion
Yeah.
group.
Does that
Very
look like
aggressive.
aggressive to you? No, hold on.
No.
This is what aggressive is. This here, what you're watching, that's what aggression is.
It is,
Right?
it is.
When people are explaining and educating and trying to save lives,
I understand,
but you don't understand because you're saying we're aggressive.
No. I think that
Uh-huh.
this information spreading would be faster.
Yeah.
If the way would be different.
How can I tell you to stop killing animals? In what way do you want me to say that?
I don't know.
That is good for you to hear.
But it's not working.
What is not working? I'm communicating some resources. I'm saying there's no future for your kids on this planet if we don't change.
But I've read
right?
a lot of. I can.
So you've read it. You know a lot. So what do you want me to say that will convince you to do the right thing for the future of your kids and for billions of animals on this planet and other human beings and your own health? How do you want someone to tell you that message that will make you say, "Oh yes, that's a good thing to do"?
I don't have a problem with slaughtering. I have a problem with industrialization and the way it is done.
Okay, so you don't have a problem with slaughtering animals? No? Have you ever slaughtered an animal yourself?
No, not really. I don't think so. Yeah, fish.
Fish, so you have killed animals? Yeah. Yeah. And what did that feel like?
It was awful.
Okay, so you do have a problem with slaughtering then?
Yeah.
You don't want to do it?
But you know, we were hiking, we were living off the fishing and stuff, and we eat it, and I think it's okay. It's like, I felt okay.
Okay. Would you encourage your children to work in a slaughterhouse? If there's nothing wrong with slaughtering animals, would you encourage your children to do it?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, they kill them. Yeah.
I wish I could save them.
You can save them. You can save them by not eating them. Yeah?
No one actually can save them, like taking pregnancy.
Well, they can because
Why are they doing that?
to make money. Because they want to sell the eggs. Tell me.
If we go back thousands of years ago,
Yeah.
like hundreds
The
of thousands
dinosaur-
of years ago,
Yeah.
if the human being didn't eat
Yeah,
flesh,
yeah.
we won't be here.
Sure. So
We
we
won't
did.
be that smart. We
Yeah.
won't be
So we ate animals at one point in history. You're right, because of survival. We needed to.
not survival.
It was survival.
Evolution.
Well, we evolved because we had to survive, right? We needed to eat
No,
them at
we
that
evolved
point.
because we
Guess what? You're not a caveman. We're not living in whatever thousands of years ago. We're living in 2019. You're in a city. You're surrounded by plant foods. There's a difference between what we had to do one point in history and a difference between what we can do right now. Would you consider not eating animals after seeing this and learning a little bit more about what goes on?
Yes. I don't know about chickens, but definitely not cows.
Okay, what about chickens would make you feel comfortable about continuing to eat them?
It's hard to grow. I mean, we can grow some things, but I mean, it's pretty cold here. So, but in greenhouses.
What about it?
Yeah, like why would you be okay eating chickens and not cows?
We could be growing all of our vegetables.
I hate birds, so.
But like,
Do you have, that's all right, do you have to love them to know that it's wrong to unnecessarily kill them?
the animal farmers,
No.
their products are subsidized.
So for example, I don't love all humans, but that doesn't justify me killing people,
I
right?
think
Correct.
The meat.
Yeah. So it's not about whether we love animals or not, it's about do we respect them enough to let them live their lives as they choose.
Right.
Makes so
Yeah.
much
I guess I just think of a chicken less than
Yeah.
like a mammal, like a cow.
Yep, and that's really common actually, and I have to be honest, I was kind of the same. I've always been really scared of animals. I hated cats. I was so scared of cats, and I was always scared of birds because my mum was scared of birds, and you know, she kind of taught me to be afraid of chickens. I don't know why. Now, what that's called is speciesism, where we value some animals more than others. So we value like our companion animals, our cats and dogs, or certain animals like whales or cows, the bigger animals, more than others. And chickens are usually down the end of the spectrum, along with fish. We just don't have that same connection with them. But I guess the important thing to remember is we don't need to love them or have this special bond with certain species to know that if we don't need to kill them, then we shouldn't be doing it. You know.
Can I tell you something?
Yes, you
You're
can.
not helping your cause.
How would you like me to help you to understand?
Yourself.
How would you like me to help you to understand that needlessly slitting animals'
First, you
throats
need
is
to
the wrong
understand
thing to
that I
do?
don't need any help.
You don't need any help?
No.
You're okay with killing baby animals for no reason? Because that's
I
what you're
don't kill
telling me.
them.
No,
You're paying for
there
them to
is
be
no
killed.
reason.
You're paying for them to be killed.
It's to survive. The reason is
But you don't need to survive. That's the conversation we've been
Everybody
having.
needs to survive.
We are surviving. You can survive on a plant-based diet.
If I'll tell you, you.
By the way, how would you like me to communicate this How would you like me to communicate it in a way that is better for you to understand what we're saying here? Because this is a really good discussion. This is important to talk about. How would you like me to say it?
A discussion doesn't need a comparison with other things that maybe are...
I'm talking about violence and exploitation. Forget the animals, forget the humans. If you're against violence and exploitation, that doesn't need to happen, then that should be across the board.
The world is made by violence.
It is. Does that make it okay? We have raped and murdered and pillaged human beings for centuries. Should we continue doing it? If I can change, absolutely anybody can change. It is a choice that we make.
But this is not the drive for me.
Okay, so I'm saying whatever's going to drive you. I hope that the drive for you as a father is your kids. That's why I'm telling you about the environment here. Okay? So whatever the drive's going to be for you, then focus on that and choose to change.
We were eating meat just a few whiles ago.
Yeah.
Maybe if we had saw it sooner, then we maybe ordered something else.
That's right. But you know what? The next time you order something, you can choose vegan instead of meat, right? Because now you've seen it.
I think I'm going to get my parents and show them.
Good, thank you. And I'm going to give you this, okay? I want you to watch these things with your parents.
In Czech, you slaughter a pig, like it's a family event. The whole family gets together in the village and you slaughter it in front of everybody, in front of the kids.
Yeah.
And then you spend the whole day preparing the food. So that brought them to that.
You brought them to that?
Yes.
And you showed them the slaughter?
Yes.
And how did they react to that?
That was okay.
They were okay?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. That's like an animal who's grown up there. That's a tradition. And you slaughter one animal a year.
Do you think that the animal wanted to be slaughtered in that situation?
Probably not.
Yeah. Do you think if your children witnessed a dog being slaughtered in that situation, they would be okay with it?
Probably not.
Yeah. And if you just have a look for one moment, just have a look at this footage.
I know I have seen these videos already.
And it doesn't affect how you feel or how you consider the victim.
I'm sorry to
how
say
does
that.
You don't have to be sorry to me, you have to be sorry to the victims. How does it make you feel to hear yourself say that you don't care?
I don't feel bad with myself.
You don't feel bad.
No.
When did you stop caring?
I never started.
You never started caring. As a consumer, don't you want to know what you're paying for, what you're doing to the planet, what you're feeding to your kids? Because as a consumer, I wanted to know. So, as consumers, well, why not? Why not though?
Because it's an ugly information.
There you go. Okay, it's ugly information. So therefore, if there was nothing wrong with what we do,
vegetables,
hold on. If there's nothing wrong with what we do to animals, then you wouldn't.
This is wrong.
Okay, so this is what you're eating. This is what you're feeding to your kids.
This is not the drive, I said.
Okay, but you're saying that it's wrong. So therefore, why would you continue doing something that's wrong?
The wolf is killing sheep.
You're not a wolf. You're not in a survival situation.
Because
a wolf has to.
Because I'm evolving.
You have evolved.
Maybe
you have evolved. You live in a city, so you have access to abundance of plant foods.
Because it's a tradition.
Yeah. Does tradition justify violence?
Well, it's just the way it is.
But we can change the way it is, can't we?
I think it's fine to slaughter an animal like that.
Do you think the animal thinks it's fine though? Because you're not the victim.
But I think.
Yeah, but we have to think about it from the victim's perspective. We can't keep doing this. It's not possible.
Except for me, we are eating very small amounts of meat. If this is reassuring.
It's not reassuring. It's not reassuring for the victims, and it's not reassuring for the planet.
I know, but I believe in industry, like scientists have to have a step forward to artificially.
By the time that happens, your kids may not actually have a sustainable planet to live on. We can't wait for what's going to happen in decades' time. We might not get there. We have to act now. We had to act years ago, but now is the very least we can do, is make a change.
Unfortunately, the nature will tell its last word.
It will, but we don't.
It will harm us, of course.
We are harming nature, and she will have her revenge. Again, you're the one with kids, not me. So if we want to take care of the next generation, please have a look.
Yeah,
all right.
I will check it.
Lovely to speak to you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right.
Very nice.
Have a great. Bye-bye.
I think the industry thing, that I think is crazy, but then killing one pig a year, like, extended family. And
the thing is, you don't kill just one pig a year. Every time you eat animal products, we're contributing to this industry. It's not one animal a year.
I understand your point, but that's too radical for me. So
what's too radical?
I like to kill that pig once a year, but I don't like the industry. So that's a big
Sorry, what's
difference.
radical though? What's radical?
To totally like exclude meat and fish.
Totally exclude violence is radical?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah?
Yes,
Just a little bit of violence is good for
You're
you?
also very aggressive.
I'm aggressive.
Yes.
I'm asking you questions to
But-
try to draw out your
and I
compassion.
sympathize, but you do it in a very aggressive way.
How is
But
that? The aggression? The aggression is
Yes.
slitting animals' throats. That's where the aggression's coming
Yes.
from. I'm just having a conversation
but
with
aggression
you.
is important also, and I like because this is sort of a more aggressive way to like reach people's attention, and I agree with it. I think it's fine. Sometimes violence is a part of life. It is.
I don't think this is violence, ma'am. I'm just asking you some questions.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just
But
trying to
even
connect
even
people.
A big smile is aggressive, you know. There's
big
many ways to do aggression,
Oh.
but I understand your point, and I think it's very good that you do this.
Yeah.
And I think it would be like even like I think stronger maybe, but I may be wrong. If like somebody says this is happening in Norway now.
This is happening in Norway now.
Yeah, because a
Yeah.
lot of Norwegians think like.
So
"Oh,
I'm
we
telling
don't-"
you, this is happening in Norway now.
Yeah.
So
I think
everything,
Norway's really bad
everything
at
that you buy from the store, everything that you buy from the
Yes.
restaurant, this is exactly what you're eating,
Yes.
what you're feeding to your kids.
Yes, but I really don't. I buy like meat in the store very rare. 'Cause I
Any
get
meat that
sick
you
from
buy,
it.
any meat that you buy is coming from a slaughterhouse. The animals don't just miraculously turn up on your plate.